All right, so first, let me apologize to everybody for getting this out so late. Usually, I get these things out like really quickly, but dude, I was out. I had a lot of business to take care of today. Um, I did go out and buy me a new car today, which I kind of needed. It was time for an upgrade. But I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. I had, like I said, I had a lot of stuff to do. I'm pretty sure that y'all have seen these notes from probably 30 different people by now, but you ain't seen them from me. So without further ado, let's hop into it. So what I'm gonna try to do with this is I'm going to make this quick and painless. I know usually we go through literally every single line. I don't want to do that this time. Like I said, just out of respect of you guys' time, but I do want you guys to still hear kind of like my thoughts on some of the things that they have in there. So what I'll do is I'll just give you kind of like a Cliff Notes version, and then I will give you my thoughts on what I feel that these things mean. All right, so let's get into the first item. So we heard the community loud and clear, and with regards to wanting licensed fighters. Now I've said this numerous times before, right? And I'll continue to repeat this. The developers continue to listen to their community, which is an amazing thing. You don't find too many communities out there where the developers are really this active and this vocal, and they hear you and they listen to you. All right. So again, kudos to Steel City for what they're doing there. 230 licensed boxers, trainers, cutmen, promoters, brands, and networks. Now, when it comes to this, the 230 different licenses, what we still don't know is what promoters are, all the promoters that are in there. We still don't know the TV networks. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot more brands coming. So there's 230. We haven't even seen remotely close to that number in terms of what all is actually going to be in the game. Over 100 world champions. That probably should say current and former, my guess. More boxers will be added. They will continue to be in the case as more fighters are added in 2021, 2022, and beyond. Now, that really is kind of setting a statement, because what they're basically saying is that this game is going to be live for a very long time. They're not looking at the short term. They're looking at ESBC being around, dominating the boxing game for years to come. All right. So again, these guys are looking way far out. They're not just looking at, you know what I'm saying, this year and next year. They're looking further out than that. We're pleased to announce the very first public test. So the public test. Now, they said that they conducted the public test within their actual, like, the confines of their area. I would like to hear that they are going to do a public test. Developers, send your boy a code or something, a copy of the game. Like I got an extremely powerful computer here. I got a PS5. Who else is gonna be better to test this other than me? Let me get this coach's brain on it. All right, come on. So, gameplay features. They talk about Haymakers have now been implemented into ESBC. So power shots will exist for every punch style. Miss and you could be severely punished with a counter. Hit and you could score a KO. So I think this was just one of those things that kind of needs a little bit more elaboration on it. How is this system going to be set up? How is it going to work? Is it going to be something that's just like you have to be within this strict like timing window or something like that? Just a little more, I think, that we kind of need to see. I think once they do launch like a gameplay trailer, I think that's something that probably should be addressed when they do that. The countering system is now in version 2 of testing. Y'all know me in countering. I'm extremely excited about that. This has gone through a major overhaul at a point where we feel we have also revolutionized this feature in a boxing game. We can confirm that players will be able to counter based on their movement and positioning, rather than relying on just pushing a button to activate a counter window. Now, that means a lot, okay? And I'll give you an example, right? So we have we had a pretty big announcement that just came up. Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence Jr., right? So countering is going to be a big deal in that fight, a huge deal. And if you take that and put it into ESBC's current video game world, you should be able to see Manny punch, sidestep, and then catch him off the side. You should also be able to see Errol throw a jab, Manny be able to slip, counter, pivot, and continue an attack, okay? Now, I use Manny not to say that he's going to win the fight, for the conversation for another day. But when it comes to footwork, Manny can hit you from extremely odd angles. Same thing for people like Vasily Lomachenko. To say that we have revolutionized this system in a video game and having guys like those in mind, I cannot wait to see what it is that they actually come up with in a final version. Going on to the second page, AI improvement. This now includes tendencies. I know somebody who is likes to hear that particular word, and you probably know who I'm talking about. Strategies and fight styles, all based on how the opponent is fighting and any publicized weaknesses in career mode whilst taking the scorecards into account. Now that's a lot right there, okay? That means you have an AI that can adjust not only to factors prior to the fight, but factors while the fight is actually going on. I want to see just how smart the AI for your opponents is going to be. I can't wait. I can't wait to see that. Defense and offense. We felt combat games in general focus heavily on offensive gameplay. We wanted ESBC to be a game where the player has just as many defensive options as offense. With this vision, we have now introduced a new slip system, which I just mentioned a few minutes ago, for the player. Combining this feature with back foot combat, the countering system, weave system, and a footwork system, we are confident this will be the most advanced boxing game ever created. All right, now I want to take a little bit of a step back. So recently I did an interview with Cynthia Conte and Ryan O'Hara, two reporters from Ring Magazine. If you haven't seen it, it's on my channel. Go check it out. It was a great time. I had never done anything like that before. One of the things that Ryan O'Hara mentioned, though, where he talked about how when he saw the game, he saw the way that their heads moved and all that type of stuff. Now, my question was, did they have some type of head movement system in the game? This just about confirms that, all right? And I mean, I want a detail. I need to see how detailed this is going to be, all right? Am I going to be able to go in and slip, roll? Am I going to be able to slip, roll? Like, I need to know exactly how much I can get behind these defensive options. I'm trying to tell you guys, like, I look, as a actual boxing coach, no coach will tell you that somebody else is a better coach unless they're like a legend, right? I will tell you guys right now, I feel like I can turn just about anybody into a defensive wizard. All right. So this excites me, and it excites me a lot. New inclusive partnership integration. Following on from last month's major announcement of the major sanctioning bodies being involved in ESBC, which we did find out, and they're saying now that the WBO have joined our ever-increasing inclusive license family. This also means that you can now actually be a 4-belt unified champion. It's amazing. You know, the Canelo Alvarez announcement, I won't really go over that. We all know Canelo is in the game. That was easily the biggest name that they could have got, short of, say, a Floyd Mayweather. I mean, Floyd is, regardless of whether you like Floyd or not, he is going to be the creme de la creme almost of any boxer that you can really get in the game. I mean, like, Floyd still makes enormous buzz outside of, like, and he's technically retired. So can you take an extra step forward? Yes, you could land Floyd Mayweather, and there's a very good chance that he's going to be one of the most used characters in the game between him and Canelo. Give me Shakur Stevens. I would love to have Shakur Stevens. Give me Boots Ennis. I would love to play with any one of those guys. New gameplay trailer. The community response to our alpha gameplay footage was incredible. We are pleased to confirm we will be releasing a further video. Now, I will say that Todd Grisham actually did an interview with Fred. I think it's Fred Talks Fighting. If you haven't been to his channel, you should go to his channel. The man has some really good interviews on there. And he's young. He's a young cat, man. Go follow that guy's channel. He's got some really good stuff. But he did an interview with Todd Grisham. Todd Grisham did talk about that there will potentially be a gameplay coming, like that it would be the next thing that was going to be coming. Alongside new gameplay features that we've announced in these updates, we will confirm a date for this when it's ready from the Steel City Interactive Development Team. So there you have it. All right, let's continue the conversation down in the comment section. I know I breezed through this one this time. I think I still highlighted all of those key areas while still giving you guys a little bit of my additional insight. A lot of things coming still. We clearly still have a lot of things on the way. There's so much more that could be announced in this game. There's so many more fighters. There's the gameplay. We still don't know about referees. There's still so much that is hidden behind this giant NDA wall that's blocking everybody from getting to like the motherland of information. But it's that way for a reason. So I'm glad that they do these monthly updates. Last month we got 2. Yeah, Steel City, just keep doing what you're doing. Like, you aren't really doing anything wrong. If anybody is mad at you at this point, then they'll never be pleased. All right, so that's all I got for you. Again, I apologize for getting this to you late, but brother was busy, and that's it. We're over 800 subscribers. We're less than 200 away from hitting our 1K goal. Please remember, when we hit 1K, we will be doing a PC giveaway to one person. I really would like to hit 1K before this game releases for early access. That way somebody, one of you out there, will be able to enjoy this early access. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. All right. Again, appreciate y'all always coming back. Love you. From the Coach's Corner. Peace out.